So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. So now we are going to meet two doctors here. So y'all might think, why do we need doctors here, right? So well, we are going to have a clinic here. Actually, it's an agile coaching clinic. So what is an agile coaching clinic, by the way? So our professional coaches will be with you and help you to discover ideas, options, experiments, references to assist you in taking the next few steps in your agile journey. So now I'm going to introduce y'all these two doctors. So let me welcome the first one. He is a professional agile coach, scrum trainer, also founder and CEO of Agile Beams. He is none other than Mohsin Khan, and he is accompanied by Said Wakar, who is a professional scrum master with 13 years of experience. He brings a variety of expertise in coaching, implementing agile software development, program, and project management. Please welcome Mohsin and Said. So I think over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much. And my full name is Mohsin Shehzad. Mohsin Khan was an actor, used to be an actor. So that's, but anyways, I like that. So I can resonate myself. But thank you very much, Swashni. I think I am pronunciation is correct about your name. I was trying to pronunciate that. Hi, Janani.
Yeah, I think the pronunciation was correct. Otherwise, we would have been corrected by now. Yeah, thank you so much for the introductions.
Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that, Moin.
No problem at all. So Ramesh, there's a background noise from your end. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so how many people we have right now?
We
We have
have
Zishan.
quite a few people here.
Uh-huh.
Zishan, Sajafa, Janani, and we have Chaturan, Nadan, Sachit,
Hmm.
Samara, and the list keeps evolving. So I think
Great,
people are entering and joining on with. So that's a good sign.
great. I can see Tenmoy is also here. So we have another coach. We have a third coach as well today.
Yeah, but today I'm moderator. I will just backseat.
But we are glad you are here. We have more sport, more coaching sport.
Definitely. If any question comes to, I'll answer that.
Okay, so we are looking for more participants meanwhile. So guys, we have Zishan,
Okay.
Chatra.
Yeah, we have 14 participants. Generally, can we do a shout out in that open area? That coaching clinic going on. Whoever would like to join.
Yeah, maybe a message here as well because we see 14 people watching. So if you all want to interact, make sure that you all join with video and audio. Then you will be able to interact. Otherwise, it's only viewing mode. Those who have joined with video and audio are the ones who are here.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank
We
you,
wanted to
Ramesh.
make this a rich learning experience for all of us.
So we have 15
Definitely.
people watching now. So seven of you need to turn on your videos and microphones so we can have a conversation.
So interestingly, Ramesh turned on the video. So he's from the moderator team, guys.
Leading from the front.
Yeah. By the way, the overall show is very good. It's very excellent going, and I have seen few sessions so far, but really enjoying it. So we have another person, Askar. Thank you very much for joining in.
Hi, Said. How are you?
And
Hello.
great to have Janani among us. Right, Janani is the co-chair. She Probably what 4 a.m. Still 4 a.m. today. Janani is like, yeah, still
So
going strong.
we have a lot of coaches. We have more coaches than the participants have so far.
Oh yeah, a lot of pieces is here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
interestingly. Okay, so meanwhile, people are coming. Let me share. Mhm. So, can I share the link over the chat that will be accessible to everyone?
Yes, there are
I'm
access.
sharing. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sharing. I have shared the link of a mural board. Please join this board. While joining the board, try to enter your name. That will help us to figure out that who is giving what kind of input, because this will be helpful. Otherwise, mural board gives anonymous animal names to joining and guest participants. And really, I don't want to call you with an animal name like where is monkey and where is the elephant. So giving yourself a name would be a better option. Great, we have few participants now. Excellent. So 17. So guys, first of all, let me quickly give you an overview. We will be using open space for this coaching clinic. The concept of coaching clinic is just like the clinic that's Suharshini, she also mentioned a similar kind of thing, except we are not the doctors. We are the coaches, right? So we are not going to give you any kind of medicine and not going to do any kind of treatment. So over here, we will be helping you understand the professional coaching, and most of the time the people ask for some kind of agile coaching. So even we can also go for some kind of a coaching session if that's needed, but the agenda of the session remains open. So what you can do is you will define the agenda. So this mural board is actually an interactive tool where you can share your points, your agenda, and based on your input, we will create an agenda for this session. Okay, so let me share the screen so I can give you a quick overview that how we can use it. Can I share my screen? Do I have that option? Yes, I think.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen. I'm still trying to share my screen, but it's not working.
Yeah, so we need some help from the admin. And I'm inviting all the participants. I can see 20. I think if you can just say that you are joining from which location, that would be great. Then we will all know.
It's coming,
Yeah.
Moise.
Yes, and here comes.
It's shared now. That's great.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I can see it.
So, guys, quickly, the usage of mural board is very simple. like anywhere on the screen, if you double click, it will create a sticky note. And if you want to change the color, you can do that. Furthermore, if you want to write something, double click and you can write. Interesting part that if you would like to create another sticky note with the same color and formatting, you can double click alongside the same sticky note. If you are double clicking somewhere else, you will also change the formatting. It's a big board, so you can do the zoom in, zoom out. There's a 400% zoom. So you take an example, this small board can look like this. Okay, so you use the touchpad or your mouse wheel to create sticky notes. Other than that, we will be using few things. For example, this is a warm-up. So in that case, what you can do, we can take 3 minutes. In those 3 minutes, well, I don't see that you need to pick some drinks now, because already you must be relaxed and you are here to be coached. What you can do is you can pick an avatar for yourself. For that purpose, if you see on the left side, there is an option for the images and for GIF images as well. So for example, Superman. So you can pick Superman and some kind of GIF images for Superman as well. Okay, so you can pick an avatar from there. Let's take 3 minutes. Time is started. And you can mention your name as well. There's some background noise coming from somewhere. I don't know where.
I think apart from you, Tanmoy is the only one unmuted. Could it be the fan?
Yeah, thank you. So while you will be choosing your avatar, you should also be thinking about your superpower. So based on your avatar, you can also think about the superpower you have.
So far, it looks like Marvel versus DC versus Animal Planet.
There's a Kung Fu Panda as well.
Yes. So from the people who are watching, 6 more of you can join us with video and audio. We still have some room.
Okay, time's up. So guys, if you're not very shy and you can turn on your video, that would be wonderful. And believe me, this is more interactivity when you turn on your video. And if you want to take some time, you want to wash your face and you want to get ready, get dressed, this all can be possible. You can definitely take that time. Else, I really don't know. I'll be talking to someone who is actually behind some kind of initials. Hassan turned on the video, but now he's away. So definitely, I can understand Hassan. No problem. Okay, great. So, guys, thank you very much for joining in. As I was already introduced, and Waqar as well. Waqar is here with me as a co-coach, or you can say co-facilitator as well. I'm certified team coach from Scum Alliance and a professional coach as well from ICF. So over here, this coaching clinic is particularly for professional coaching. Most of us, we talk about a lot of coaching, and I heard about that what's the best way to become an agile coach. There is a very great joke available on the LinkedIn. So what's the best way to become an agile coach? The answer is simply go to LinkedIn, change your title to agile coach. There you go. You will become the agile coach, right? So that's, maybe there's a lot of people that who are here who are agile coaches. So the point is, over here we need to understand the coaching and agile coaching. That's the dilemma in the corporate world right now. So first of all, we would like to know more about you. Thank you very much. You have shared some very good avatars out there. And can I have, actually, the purpose of having a small group that we can have more interactivity. That's the reason actually I wanted to have a small group. So can I have a quick intro about yourself? Like what avatar you chose and what's your superpower? So for example, if I start with Waqar. Waqar, have you selected any avatar? Or you are still searching?
No, I was searching for a coach, but I ended up the search result gave me coach handbags.
you can see my avatar by the way then.
Yes.
I found it. So you can take some time and you can find it. Meanwhile, let me see some other people. So for example, I can see the first person on my screen is Askar. So Askar, thank you for joining. So what's your avatar and what's your superpower?
Okay. Hi, Machine. By superpower, what do you mean? The real? Do you expect
From the avatar?
from the avatar, right? We all know that Batman do not have any superpowers, but he uses his knowledge, the fighting skills, and his wealth, right? That's what he do. He use those things for the betterment of mankind.
Yeah,
So
Batman,
I will
by the
take
way,
the same.
has the superpower.
Yeah.
You mentioned a lot
Yeah.
of superpowers, by the way.
Yeah. By superpower, what we mean is the something beyond the normal, uh, ordinary powers, right? So,
Yeah.
but Superman, he has some powers, real powers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you are Batman,
Yeah.
and by the way, Batman's superpower is he's rich. This
Yeah.
means we can assume you are rich.
uh,
So,
Nothing.
Janani, Askar is there. We can have more sponsorships, by the
Indeed, I'm noting that.
way. Okay, thank you very much, Askar,
Thank
for
you.
joining. And then we have Zishan Islam. Zishan, your avatar and your power.
I have selected the avatar of problem solver. So I thought of this because I mean, basically, I'm working as a senior business lead in an organization of and in the valuation testing department. So I mean, in my day-to-day activities, I need to solve the problems of my colleagues and my team. and I mean, I think from the last 6 or 7 years, I'm working. Working like this in the same thing. So I thought, I mean, this is my
Mhm.
superpower. I mean, now I can, I mean, cope up with my team nicely, solve their problems, and maybe communicate with them. They can really communicate with me in a friendly manner. So I think, I mean, that's my superpower. So I can, I mean, manage my team accordingly, and this is my
Mhm.
power for solving their problems. So
Mhm.
this was the reason.
That's that's great. Thank you very much, Zishan, and welcome. And
Thank you.
we have then Chatura. Hi, Chatura.
Yeah, hi. So I selected Soul Jazz and Avatar. So if I talk a bit about the superpowers, it's
Mhm.
a good shooter as well as with
Mhm.
strong physical and mental strength. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. Yes, Hassan.
Yes, I chose the Flash character as my superpower, and it's the
Mhm.
same thing because of the endurance, agility, and speed. So that's
Uh-huh.
what we do.
Okay. So Flash is more agile or more fast?
It's both.
Both. This means agile is actually fast and flexible as well. So this means
Definitely.
Flash is more agile.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we can say.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Hassan. And we have Sidra. Yes, Sidra. Sidra is connecting from Australia. If I can see the picture behind her from the background.
Yes, Mohsen, you're right. So I have selected Wonder Woman, and the reason that I've chosen is that she is fast, and also she has the power to win a fight. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
fight. Yeah, so that's what we usually do in our
Okay.
uh, in our events when it
So
comes
you
to
do fight.
no, no, when it comes to conflicts, resolving conflicts. Yeah.
Okay. So by resolving conflicts, we fight.
No, 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 no. Win.
Okay, okay. Just kidding. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much, Sidra. And we have Domindo, if I'm pronouncing it right. I
You're
hope you will.
muted.
I hope you will find the unmute button.
Still on mute, Domindo.
So meanwhile, we can move ahead. Domindo, you can check the unmute. Sachit, we have Sachit. Then we have Nadun.
Hey, Moshin. Hey, everyone. Hope you all can hear
Yes,
me.
Sachit. Yes, I
Yeah.
can. Thank you.
Uh, I selected Spider-Man as my avatar, basically
Hmm.
because I like him since I was a kid, and he's my favorite superhero. Basically, that's why I chose him.
Hmm.
His superpowers, I would say agility, super strength, and spidey senses,
Hmm.
sensitive senses.
Okay. Thank you, Sachit. And who's the line, by the way, here? Instead, I figure out. Please help
Uh,
me.
yeah, hi Moshin, it's Nadun.
N-
I actually picked up
Nadun.
the lion as my
Okay.
avatar.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
And when you see lion, what superpower do you think?
yeah. So as you know, that the lion represents the king of the jungle. So I can say many
Hmm.
superpowers of the lion. So among
Hmm.
them, what I would like is the braveness.
Hmm.
So you should be brave enough to incorporate change, do things differently, finding the right things at the right moment, as well as to fail early as well. So
Hmm.
that's why I selected this avatar.
The king of the jungle, leader. Mhm. Great. Thank you, Nadun. And we have Nipuni.
Yeah, hi. So I chose a girl ninja, and I
Hmm.
think the superpower that she has is controlling energies and also fighting.
Oh, wow. Controlling energies.
Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you, Nipuni. And Dushyant, do we have? Because we can see his uh, avatar. So, anyways, other than that, we have Iron Man. Do we have Iron Man here? So, guys, the people who joined later, you can use the link that I mentioned in the chat to join the mural board. So, I think Dushyant just joined in. Yes, Dushyant?
Hi guys, I selected the character called Ghost in a game in the Call of Duty.
Oh, wow.
I chose him because he has the consistency to persevere through any challenges that gets thrown at him.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, guys. So it was wonderful. And the next step is, if you can see, if you go to the mural board, and let me summon you all with me. So over here, I'm giving you not too much time because we have short time. So I will give you 5 minutes to share your topics. Let's create an agenda and let's start. So on the mural board, let me share my screen as well so that you can all see this. Okay. You can double click and create a sticky note, or you can use the existing one, but don't use anyone else's sticky note. I would request everyone to add at least one sticky note with a topic that you want to have. This is the way we will create the agenda. Use separate sticky notes if you have more than one topics. Each topic should contain one sticky note. Don't need a list of all the topics under the one sticky note because we will be using voting after that. 50 seconds are left. Okay, thank you very much. And now the next step is we need to quickly vote for these items, and we can prioritize based on that. So I have an option available on the mural for voting. And if you can all please stop writing, that will help me. One person can vote at max 2 topics. So guys, please don't move these notes to the right side. So we need to have a quick voting, and based on that, we will create the priority. Okay, so by clicking on the, I'm actually starting the voting now. So by clicking on any sticky note, it will add one vote from you. And if you shift click, that will remove the vote. Okay, so votes are anonymous, and you can vote any topic that you want. One person can at max add 2 votes. So I'm going to start voting. Okay, 10 seconds more. Okay, great. Done. So I'm stopping the voting session now. Okay. So let me share the screen so you can all see the results, and based on that, we can see. Okay. So we have 6 votes for coaching teams who think they are agile, but in reality they are not. And 4 votes for agile coach as part of organization, process changer, and overcoming the challenges. So based on this, we can quickly create a priority. So if I see that, Wakar, can you help me? Because I have shared the screen. So based on that, you can start selecting the topics and put them in the priority table.
Sure, I'll do that.
Thank you. So even if I close that, I think it should show that. Yeah, even I close it, still the number of votes are visible. I got a lot of good support. A lot of people are helping me. Thank you, guys.
Guest leadership happening here.
Okay. So based on time, we can have maximum till 2. We can skip the ones. If we will get the time, we will definitely try to cover that. Okay, thank you. And we have a backlog now, a prioritized backlog. Okay, thank you, guys. And I can see a very self-organizing team here with me. Okay, so starting with the first one, I'm actually putting this in the discussing area. And this is very interesting. Even I also voted for the same topic. Coaching teams who think they are agile, but in reality, they are not. First of all, I would like to see who asked this question, or you can say who added this topic. So we can also relate with you, and the other people, they can also jump in within time. Do we have a raise hand option if there's someone who not like to speak, or they can chat as well? Okay, so guys, whoever added this topic, please comment on the chat, or you can also unmute yourself and we can mention. So first of all, the very important part that we need to understand. First of all, very important part. This is you can say this is a story of every organization. So most of the organization, they are claiming themselves as agile, and they are following some agility and frameworks. But in the end, they are doing the same management part, project management parts, and micromanagement, command and control, everything is there. But they are claiming, still they are claiming. So the first very important part, I'm also a consultant. So I provide consultancy to different organizations for transforming to agile. So in that case, the very first thing that I like to do a one-on-one meeting with the management, with the leadership. I want to see their mindset, why they are trying to implement this agile frameworks in their company. Because if I'm hired as an agile coach, so I want to see the vision of the leadership, what they want to implement. So what's you can say what's the story of their agility, right? And once I am aligned with them, I mostly get variations from the leadership, different answers, because leadership always talk about the business side. They talk about definitely that how we can quickly deliver, how we can give very productive and quality delivery in time. So in that case, we actually need to educate them. So being the agile coach, why we are here. This is the most important part. Now, the next step is, very next step is, what I mostly used to do. I can share my experience. Definitely this kind of thing is because every organization is different and every person and every human being is different. In this case, what I do, I actually take a quick kind of survey, a survey that where I need to see the knowledge about Agile, about all the people who can give their input, which version of Agile they know. So once I get the feedbacks, because surveys, you can say a very easy tool where everyone would like to participate. They can easily give their feedback instead of asking them and standing, or if they can all stand up and they can give me the inputs. For example, over here, even most of you are behind the cameras and some of you would like to interact and would like to answer. So the part of agility that we need to see that how much we can come out from the comfort zone and how much we would like to interact. So this is one of the major part. If you see from Agile Manifesto, there is one very important principle. The most effective way of communication is to face. We are doing this face-to-face conversation virtually right now, right? So this is a part of agility as well. So the very first step that I would like to do in that case, I will go for a survey. I will see the feedback, I will see the inputs from all the people, and then I will create a plan that how I can interact with them and how I will help them understand the purpose of agility. There will be definitely a lot of misunderstanding. There will be a lot of, you can say, unguidance, or you can say some misconceptions they are following because they are not agile. So once they need to know the difference between becoming an agile person or not agile person. So instead of pointing fingers to them that no, you are not following some kind of agility, you are not following any principles, you are not following any framework, we can help them understand, we can educate them. What do we mean by becoming an agile team? So once they get the education, that may include some sessions, coaching sessions, that may include some training sessions as well. And then we can form different teams. We can talk to them that, okay, now we are all aligned and we can all say the same language. Now, what I'm saying, when I say agile, you understand the same thing. If the language is same, then it will be easy for everyone to understand. So my way of doing things is simple. I will start with the leadership and I'll go for the education and training first so that everything is aligned. There is a very important point that everyone need to understand what is agile. And this is the most, you can say right now, the biggest misconception in the market. Mostly people think agile is a process, agile is a framework. Even you can Google that. Agile is not a process, not a framework, not a methodology. It's only the values and the principles that we need to follow. And if you want to improve agility, you need to follow those values and principles. That's it. This is how you become more agile. So I actually also did one session in a company recently. Wakar can also correct me. So there actually I raised a topic that is called agile camouflage. So mostly people, they are actually mentioning, they are actually covering a lot of other areas under the agile camouflage. This means if you would need to fire a few people from your company, so a CEO can broadcast a message to the whole company. So I'm firing few people to get more effective people on board, and this way we can become agile. So there is a lot of versions of agile available in the market. So coming back to the question, that coaching teams who think they are agile, so the very first step is to educate them, to help them understand what is agility. So once it's done, meanwhile, you will be doing a lot of coaching, you will be doing a lot of trainings in that case. So once it's done, then you will have a clear path. You will have a, you can say, more stable path to move on.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion.
Motion,
Yeah.
can I
Yes,
add
Hassan.
something? You said beautifully, and that question was so
Yes, Hassan.
beautiful. I'm tempted to speak. Yes, so you said beautifully. Moshin has said beautifully because even you
Uh,
see a team is.
so,
Am I audible?
Tanmoy, are you trying to speak or someone else? Because you're on mute.
No, I can
I
hear him.
am.
I can hear him.
I can
I
hear
am
you.
trying to speak. I am
Yeah.
trying to speak. Am I
Ah, good.
audible?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay,
I
sorry.
can. I'll be
Maybe.
very brief. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Moshin have
sorry.
already said very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, when you see a team is not agile, we don't say what are the dysfunction. We don't do policing because then they will close down.
Mm-hmm.
We actually train them and coach them. So
Yeah.
Moshin have said beautifully, and sometime back I was taking a PCC class. We talk about resistance, right? As an agile coach
Mm-hmm.
or any coach, you face resistance all the time because we are change agent. We are bringing some change, and by nature, people are resistant to change. So
True.
how can we overcome this? We overcome this by listening. We
Mm-hmm.
overcome this by listening to them.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason they're resisting? Once
Mm-hmm.
we pay enough attention to listen to them, the resistance drops.
That's true. Thank you very much, Tanmoy. And active listening is another competency for coaching. This is very important.
Yeah, I'd also like to add one short tidbit to that.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Tanmoy
sir.
has also explained it beautifully. Just to add on top of it, coaching is something that you can't enforce upon people, right? It has to be accepted. It has to be a voluntary request from a coachee to be coached. You can't force as a coach that like we're sitting here right now. For example, I point towards Hassan and tell him that I'm going to coach you from now on. So that's not how it's going to work. Hassan has to come to me and tell me that he wants to be coached, and that's how it goes. So as you said, then no policing at all. It has to be voluntary so that people take ownership as well.
Mm. And there's another very important thing. First, Hassan has to come to you, and before that, Hassan also has to understand what is coaching, why he needs coaching. Is coaching is the right thing for him? This is also needed. Like we heard about coaching, that someone is coaching, and I have actually, since I'm also a professional coach, so I have seen a lot of clients that who came to me for some kind of mentoring and they didn't know about coaching. So when I was not giving them solution, I was actually trying to figure out help them understand the solution. So they complained about that. We are here to have a solution from you. So this is also you need to understand. The professional coaches, they are not there to give you solution. They are actually there to untap those areas in you. Those were never tapped. So they will help you enable to figure out those solutions instead of directly giving you the solutions. For mentoring, definitely you can come. But for the professional coaching, professional coaches are different. They help you more empowered. They will help you to figure out your own solutions. So that's another thing. If you are going for coaching from a professional coach, you need to understand that coaching. If a coach
Moshin,
is giving you a solution, that definitely you need to think about it. That's not coaching. In agile coaching, that's a you can say a different term that's created in agile industry. So there you can use multiple skills, including coaching, mentoring, teaching, and facilitation. Yes, Oscar, sorry.
yeah, Moshin, I also have a comment. Right, I didn't vote for this one, but I was typing the same thing and I saw this and I gave my all two votes here. So
Mm-hmm.
there's the reason behind this is now there's a difference between doing agile and being agile, right? So
Mm-hmm.
as you already explained, agile is a mindset. So even though we do a survey, people
Mm-hmm.
who is doing agile, they know the answers for most of the questions, and the techniques can explain many things, know the rituals, can talk a lot about them, and can in the survey also can be in a higher level, but very hard to understand the current level. So I also have a recent experience. What I did was I sit together with the team and observed, and by that I realized the maturity level of agile. That's what I did. Do you think by a survey we can identify the maturity level of a team?
Actually, there can be different tools. Survey is one of them. So purpose of taking a survey is you need to see what's in their mind. You need to see what's going on in mind. For example, today over here, I actually created an open space, and I asked you guys to give the topics. You mentioned the topics. So this way, using this tool, what I did, I actually tried to figure out what's going on in your mind, what agenda you would like to come up with. The survey is one of the tool where you can have the input from the people where they can openly give, and also make sure this survey should be anonymous. Right? So this is something you can use survey tool, you can use any other tool you want. But the point is, first of all, you need to see what challenges they are facing. Instead, we make our own mind that, okay, their agile is not correct. Their agility is not correct. So we start teaching them, we start guiding them. So this is not the right approach. We first need to see what challenges they are facing, what they want to say, what they would like to share. So that's, and Moy also added that the active listening part is very important. First, we need to hear them. We need to see what their challenges are. The things those are explained to us from the management or from somewhere else can be true, but how about you ask them? How about you get their inputs? And about the agile thing, I didn't say agile is a mindset. I'm the, you can say, person who is against that. Agile is a mindset. No one actually explained agile is a mindset. Agile is actually mentioned as values and principles in the manifesto. That's it. So yes, adopting those values and principles, you can say this is a mindset thing. And implementing them in a culture, organization culture, can also become a mindset as well. But we define agile as mindset is actually not true, because no one defined it. If you see, this is manifesto for agile software development that's actually created by 17 software people. So they created it. So yes, 4 values and 12 principles, we can seek through some guidance from them, and we can help them implement in our organizations. And the frameworks those are following these values and principles, we call them agile framework. For example, the Scrum or Kanban or Extreme Programming. So these are the very simple things. But the point is, when we tweak things, when we actually change things, those are not meant to be. For example, we come up with something different that's actually not part of any principle. That it's also part of and the same thing I mentioned, the agile camouflage kind of thing. Fighting people and naming agile, blaming agile. So that's not part of it. But anyways, this is a total separate discussion. But answering your question is what my approach, what my suggestion is in that case, to first hear, get their feedback, and use any tool you want, whether it's a survey or whether it's something else. Okay. Okay, so the next topic is Agile course as part of organization process changer and overcoming the challenges of resolving dependencies due external factors, customers. So I will go for the Agile coach as part of organization process changer because it's somehow related to the previous one as well. So mostly this Agile coach word is, if you see, Agile coach was, you can say, industry created role. And we don't have any framework where Agile coach is defined as a role. If you see Scrum, there is no Agile coach. If you see Kanban, there is no Agile coach. We don't have Agile coaches in any framework. But why we need Agile coach? Because, first of all, maybe if from my personal experience, if I say Scrum Masters are enough, they can do this job. If you see Scrum Guide, in Scrum Guide, Scrum Masters are providing the services for the 3 levels. For the Scrum team and for the product owner, and the number 3 is for the organization. So they help implement Scrum in the organization as well. So where do we need Agile coach then? Because the question is Agile coach as part of organization process changer. If Scrum Masters are very effective, if you have senior Scrum Masters, means the people who are good Scrum Masters and have good industry experience, then you don't need Agile coaches. I think Scrum Masters can do the job. But yes, if Scrum Master is also on the initial level, so then you have some senior people who can help organizations to implement any Agile framework. So in that case, what's my experience so far? So Agile coaches, they should come up with very good professional coaching skills, facilitation skills, and transformation skills. So if you are going to make a change in an organization, that is the world's toughest job, by the way. So you need to come up with very solid skills. And for that, you need to have a plan as well. And there will not be a solid plan that will work for each organization. There is no silver bullet. For one organization, maybe your plan is working, but the same plan will not work for other organization. So this is the reason the term Agile coach, that's actually introduced in the Scrum industry. So what's actually it defines? It defines the facilitation skills and professional coaching skills. That comes under the Agile coaching. Professional coaching is totally different thing that I explained earlier. That's also, you can get the education from ICF, EMCC, different organizations are available in the world. We are actually certified from ICF, International Coaching Federation. So this is professional coaching, where like the coaches are there to create or help you create the solutions. You create the solution. They don't give you a solution. They will never give you solutions. On the other hand, facilitation skills. So there are a lot of facilitation skills available. There are liberating structures, there are 6 thinking hats, and a lot of other. If you see, even in this session, I used 2 facilitation skills. First of all, I help you introduce yourself through some superpower. Then I used voting to create an agenda. So if you want to see an Agile coach,
I think we lost Mohsin, probably disconnection
Some
on his
buffer
side.
issue. Yeah, I think we can take any question by the time Moshi's feed is coming back. I think just a network issue.
can you hear me now?
Yes, you're back.
Yes, yeah.
The beauty of technology, actually, I swapped my screen and
So that was beautifully said by Mohsin. No silver bullet, only a silver mirror.
put me back on the stage. Sorry about that.
No worries, it happens.
Okay, so that's it. If there's any question or would you like to add something, you're most welcome.
Yeah, sorry. Were you referring to me? I think your voice broke a little there.
I think Moshin is probably asking questions from the audience. That any from the participants can ask
Yes.
any questions.
If anyone has anything to add, perhaps, or share your.
Yes, I have to say something as I added this card. I just wanted to understand that usually I have faced these things personally as well. That management is want to bring the change, but as Mohsen said, there is a lot of resistance that come from the on-ground people who don't want to change their habits and lifestyle. So Mohsen, as you have shared many items that we can do the surveys and understand their understanding and all that. How, as an agile coach, like for example, if an organization is working in a waterfall or any other methodologies, they are not in agile, but the management wants to bring in the agile now. So how, as an agile coach, from where we should start is either we should form a small scrum team to do a POC and show the results to the existing team that how well it goes. So can you give some example and help us to how we can do that?
Okay, so Bushra, basically your question is more related to the transformation. And for that purpose, you can call it Agile coach, or you can call it some transformation agent, anyone. So I can understand that how the transformation can be implemented. So in that case, The best thing is, again, as I mentioned, first we need to sit with the leadership, with the management. What's their vision? Because right now, in the most of organization, the implementation of Agile is kind of thing like following some kind of fashion, or you can say some trend in the industry. So the first of all, we need to understand and help them understand by implementing this, what benefits you will get and what challenges you will face. Once you align the leadership, once you help them understand what does it mean by implementing Agile frameworks, then you can ask them some kind of, you can say, powers, or you can call this some kind of authority where you can develop a team with yourself. This is not a one-person job. You need a team for that. You can take your team, or you can get a team, or you can train a team in that organization who will work with you. Because most of the organization, what I have seen, most of the employees, they complain about it, that our leadership and management, they are not aligned with us, they are not good, they don't understand Agile. We want to implement some Agile framework, but they are not helping. But honestly speaking, since I have worked in many organizations, when we do the transformation, the most difficult part is to transform the teams, individuals, not the leadership. Leadership, still, they can invest on you, they hired you, they are investing, and they actually need results for that. But most of the time, individuals, they resist. So in that case, there are different methods. First of all, in the transformation, what I have seen, always remember, the best practices are dangerous. For example, if someone else use a best practice to transform some team, it's not necessary that will work for you. So you need to come up with your own. You need to come up with something on your own. You need to talk to them. You need to work with them. Second, mostly what I do, that I start with a small team, a small project that has less risk, less dependencies, instead of jumping on to the bigger project and the bigger team. So this, you need to create small success. You need to create small victories. And those victories should be demonstrated and should be published in the rest of the organization. And there, your leadership and the management can help you. And also that will gain the confidence for your team members who will be making that change in the organization. So these are the few tips that that actually help me. But again, as I mentioned, there is no silver bullet. For example, what helped me, maybe your way would be different, but these are the common, you can say, pointers where you can definitely you can try. One of them is, again, aligning yourself with that leadership. This is very important. If leadership is not aligned with you, so definitely you can't do anything over there. You'll be lost. Second thing, try to start with a small project and start with small, come up with the small wins. This will really help you. So these are the few pointers for the Agile coaches that I have actually also experienced, and plus the people who are partner with me and who are doing this transformation around the world. So they also share their experiences.
Thank you, Mohsen.
Yeah, I just want to add very short points here just to complement what Mohsen has said. So when we talk about transformation, let's take a step back a little. We need to also ask the leaders why this transformation is being considered even to be implemented, right? For example, in my experience with, I've done a few consultancies myself. So the biggest challenge that usually happens is organizations set a goal to be agile. So for me, that's one of the flags that it's raised immediately, because being agile, to in my opinion, is not a goal. It's a means to an end. Perhaps there's something that the organization wants to achieve, and being agile will help them in achieving that. So that's, again, it goes back to the purpose of why an organization or a team wants to be agile. And then secondly, talking about the transformation itself, it's very important to understand the perspective, especially when dealing with the leadership. As Tanmoy mentioned right in the beginning, empathy itself is a superpower, and when we interact, we have our inherent biases. So overcoming those having a clear vision of what agility means, and how it can help or it may not help. We can't decide right at the beginning that this is the way things are going to be. We have to keep an open mind. We have to align everyone, understand the challenges. For example, we are mentioning challenges that come, the resistance that comes when we talk about being agile and transformation. So we have to understand why that resistance exists. Is it because of a lack of understanding, or is it related to something, because when we talk about change, the transformation, it's not just an organizational structure, it's also changing the personalities and the behavior of the leaders. The leader in a very strict sort of a hierarchical structure will be in a different position than one in a very sociocratic sort of an organization. So that leader might still be a part of that organization, but he'll have to change as an individual to be able to exist and complement the change that is happening. So yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Thank you, Waqar. And these are also very, very good inputs. And meanwhile, I'm also checking the agenda. There is another one, I think that's covered in the previous one, overcoming the challenges of resolving dependencies due external factors or customers. So it's actually kind of thing that when you are transforming, you are working as agile coach with different teams. In that case, dependencies and these kind of things are already there. Internal or external dependencies, any kind of dependencies. So this is a team job. And when you will be working with teams, first of all, you need to see the details of those dependencies, that how you can remove them, or you can help the teams, they remove them. So if you see even from the Scrum, most of the people that you think that Scrum Master is the person who will remove the impediments, but it's not the case only. Scrum Master definitely can help you remove the impediments as well, instead of removing him or herself. So these kind of dependencies, I don't have those much details that what kind of dependencies you are looking for. But again, any kind of dependencies, this is something that you need to see the challenge first. And for that, you need to see whether the coaching is the right tool for you to resolve it, or you can do facilitation. And sometimes you actually need some leadership or management help as well to resolve it. And another actually a very important point I would like to talk about, the next one is, how do I decide I need a coach or a mentor? So first of all, you need to see the difference between that. As I mentioned earlier, if there's a coach, not agile coach, a coach means professional coach. So that coach will help you create the solution that you will create, that you will own. That coach will not give you a solution. But if you are seeking a solution from a person, then you need a mentor. Coach will only make some awareness in you so you can create your own solution. And mentor can guide you to the solution. So there are differences in the mentoring and in the coaching. And another very important, take an example. I give you one example. I was actually reading a book. There is actually a very beautiful example was given. So a lady who was actually from sales, she gave a presentation to the board. That the board includes a CEO, CFO, and other C-level people. And that presentation was not good. It went wrong, or you can say she was not satisfied. And she was very disappointed, demotivated in that case. So she came to the coach and she asked her help that this was the situation. And I don't think so that the management, they will not be taking it serious anymore, because the overall presentation went very, very bad. So now there's a different thing. If she went to the coach, then this means that she should be expecting that coach will help her to figure out her own solution from herself, instead of like give her a ready-made solution. So now it depends on the coach that how the coach will be dealing her. So guys, can you please mute? There is still some background noise from your end. So in that case, what the coach did, coach actually helped her to understand that in that case, when the presentation was not going well, how do you know, and what did you want? That what's the definition from you of best for the best presentation? So she explained success factor for her, that this would be my success factor. If I could have done this and this and this, then this could be a success for me. So she then mentioned that, have you done this kind of presentation before, where you mentioned this success criteria? And she mentioned, yes, I did this with some customers. So then she asked, okay, so can you try this again? Facing the customers, you feel more confident, and facing the management, you felt less confident. So how about, can you try that? So she said, yes, there's like I can try, like just like I face the customers. So she then again asked another question. So when would you like to do that? And she mentioned, and the very next week, I'm going to have another presentation with my management board meeting. So I can try that. So over here, what she did, she actually converted all the negative feelings and demotivated feelings to a positive opportunity. That how about trying it again with the different mindset when she did it successfully, right? So in that case, what happened? She only asked different questions and help her understand what was the success for her. Okay, so this is one of the things that you need to figure out, that you need a coach or you need a mentor. And we have short time. We are almost at the end, and Tanmoy already alarmed me.
I think Mohsin, great session, and the quality of the session is in the questions.
Yes, that's true. And the quality of coaching is also in the questions.
That's true. So maybe we can actually do a checkout now, like ask the participants that what they're taking away from this session. This was a very rich conversation for all of us.
So great. So guys, on the mirror board, if you can see there, there's a portion where it's mentioned the takeaways. Okay. So you can go there and you can take 2 minutes, 3 minutes to mention your takeaways. All the best.
Also, as people are typing, I just wanted to share, we have another event starting on the stage in about 3 minutes.
I have also shared few resources on Mirror board. There is Agile coaching competency framework that was introduced by Lisa. There you can see some differences between among Agile coaching, teaching, facilitation, and mentoring. That will also help you. If you would like to go for facilitation, so the written structure is a very now a technique that has 33 facilitation techniques. And professional coaching, there is a very renowned model, Pro model, that's also there. So you can get all those details there. And if you would like to connect with us, in the contact us area, our LinkedIn details are also given.
Yes, so it will be a pleasure to connect with all of you after this session as well. So please feel free to reach out on LinkedIn, connect, and let's stay in touch.
So this is a sound taken from the airplane. So Mirror provide these services, by the way. Your takeaways will be some kind of a feedback for me as well. If you are getting a better and good takeaways, so definitely this shows this whole session was effective and helped you understand few misconception and few good concepts.
Janani has shared a link for you to please submit the feedback regarding this session. So please feel free to add your thoughts there.
Great. And this is actually the start of the transformation for Agile Coach as well. With your feedback, maybe I can do better next time.
Yeah, and as they say, it's a journey. It's being agile is not a destination, so it's an evolving process that lasts as long as we do.
And feedback is the power in this journey.
Definitely.
Exactly. It's all about feedback loops. How you design your feedback loops.
Great. It's pleasure to have you, Tanoi, in this session. I was not expecting that you'll be here, but this is great. My session is actually enlightened with you.
No, that's something.
Thank you.
So beautifully, as we said, the questions have all the power.
Yes.
It is the audience, they created the space.
Definitely. Okay, so over to you, guys. Meanwhile, please give the feedback, and takeaways for you are actually for you to take them away. So, but feedback is for me. So that's a takeaway for me. So must do that.
Yeah. And as a fellow coach, I can say that Moshin have shared the experience from the trenches. That's what's happened on an everyday. There are no silver bullets. And there are no best practices. Allow the good practices to emerge because we are in a complex adaptive system.
This is true. And interestingly, there are a lot of new frameworks we can see in the market that provides the best practices. So that's a reason you need to be aware from fake Agile.
I recently heard a term called Agile. So it was a combination of waterfall and agile.
All kind of names are there. But still, every time you have a confusion, you go back to Agile Manifesto. Agile Manifesto is like your guiding star, North Star, right? Those 4 values and 12 principles.
Yeah. So if someone is fooling you around that I'm following Agile, and you can quickly check which particular Agile principle and value you're following. As I mentioned, that some people are doing the Agile camouflage, like anything you are doing is under the Agile. For example, I was giving a consultancy to a company, so they mentioned the other department is actually following Agile and they are not giving us any requirement document. Whenever we ask them, give the requirement documents, they used to say that we are following Agile, and in Agile there are no documentation. Sorry. So, so again, you need to figure it out what kind of Agile they are following. Okay, so Janani, over to you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And thank you, Tanmoy, Wakar, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
All other folks who are here from different parts of the world. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
I need to
Thank you.
Thank you.
hop
you
off
so
and hop
much.
onto some other session. Bye. See
Thank
you there.
you.
Brilliant
Yes.
conversation.
Guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Loved the way Moisin and everyone, the interaction as well as the open space style of handling the coaching clinic. And you're going to hear a very interesting session happening. Everyone is an agile coach. When we're talking about agile coaching, Bob Galen is going to do everyone is an agile coach in next session.
Okay, that's great. Okay, see you guys around, and you can connect us on LinkedIn. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.